guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am Lindsay, and today I'm going to do something a little different than I normally do. So I just got these in the mail, which are the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brushes, and I've been so excited to try them out. I've watched a lot of reviews on them, and everybody is saying that they're amazing. So I wanted to use them today in my video, but I couldn't exactly already have my makeup done at the beginning of the video if I was going to test these out and show them to you as I pull them out. So it comes with a set of eye brushes. I know it's kind of hard to see with the light. Came with a set of face brushes and then a mixture. So some face brushes and some eye brushes right here. You can buy them all separately. I decided to go with all of them just because some of them I already have, just the original Morphe ones, not the Jaclyn Hill ones. But I really enjoy them, and you can never have too many brushes. In my case, I don't always get a chance to wash my brushes in between videos. So when I have a bunch of the same brushes, then I don't have to worry about that as often. So today I'm gonna use those during this video. The palette that I'm going to use today is the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Looks like this. And I'm gonna go, I think, mostly with this color, that color, and not sure what I'm gonna do on the rest of the lid, but those I know I'm going to use in my crease and on my outer corner on my eyes. And as we go, I'll figure out what I'm gonna do on my lid. But I wanna test out these new brushes with my makeup to see how much or how well they perform. Based on the reviews, I have high expectations for them, so I hope they don't let me down. But if you wanna see the eye look that I'm about to create, then just keep watching and let's get into it. Okay, so my lids are primed and set. I am gonna first go in with this color right here. It's called Roxy. It's like kind of like a rosy pink color. It's between rose and like salmon. And that I'm gonna use as my transition shade. And the brush that I'm using is the JH30. It's just a big fluffy blending brush. And I'm gonna put that right in my corner and above. Okay, and so next with that same brush that I just used, the JH30, I'm gonna go into this purple color right here. It's called All Star, and I'm gonna put that a little lower than that pink color that I just used, but also in my crease. Okay, so now that we have that purple on the inner, or on the crease, I'm gonna go in with the JH33. I'm gonna go in with this color called Rowdy. It's just a very deep purple. I do wanna point out, this is the first time I've ever used these purples in this palette. I've really only used the browns, the grayish brown color, and Dawn, which is the nude color. And so far I'm having a lot of trouble blending them out. The rose pink one, the Roxy color, isn't that bad. It went on pretty nice, but the purple that I just used was kind of a pain to be able to blend it out and make it not look so choppy. But I'm just going in with a little bit of color on my brush and putting it right in the outer corner. And I am just packing that on my lid. And once it goes on the lid, it does not look purple at all. It looks black. And then I'm just gonna go back in with that same JH30 brush, and I'm just gonna blend these two together to make sure that there is no harsh lines. All right, so now let's figure out what we're gonna put on the rest of the lid. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit, and I'm gonna go into my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm gonna use this color right here. Bonfresco, I think is what it's called. And I'm gonna go in with this brush right here, which is a JH41. And we are just going to put that right here. Now that we have that on, we are going to go to the rest of our face. And as always, I'm going to use the Milani Prep and Brighten. The stuff smells amazing. And it also just gives you that really, if you have dry skin, it just gives it that nice feeling of moisture. And my skin is dry. All right, and I'm about to do something I haven't done in so long, and I'm a little nervous for it, but I'm going to apply my foundation with a brush. And this brush is the JH03 brush. I have another brush from Morphe. I cannot remember the name of it. This is, I mean, I've heard really, really good things about this brush, so let's just go ahead and apply some foundation. I am simply just gonna apply the foundation on the back of my hand. And I'm using the Fit Me foundation in shade 120. And I'm just gonna dot that all over. All right, now I'm just gonna go in with the brush and kind of just stipple it on the face. So the brush does apply it nicely. I can definitely tell it soaks up a little bit more product than the beauty sponge that I use. So if you want more sheer coverage, I would definitely go with the brush. I am gonna actually go back in because I would like to have a little bit more coverage, go back in with my beauty blender and just apply a little bit more. That is the nice thing kind of about this foundation as well, is it's very buildable. Dropping foundation. Okay, so now that my foundation is on, to kind of rewind this a little bit, I do like the brush. It is very soft. It applies the foundation really, really nicely. It's just not something I'm used to anymore. I used to only use a brush when I'd apply foundation. Then I started using the Beauty Blender, and I've used it for years now, and it's just something that I'm used to. So trying something that's in a sense new, or at least new again, it's gonna take some time. I'm definitely gonna use it again. It's definitely a great brush. If you're looking for a good foundation brush, I would definitely recommend that one. But we are gonna jump into some contour, and I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Medium Bisque. And to blend that out, I'm gonna use the JH05 brush. This brush would also be good for, I feel like it'd be good for bronzing if you are more of a, I like to cream contour, but if you like to do like a powder contour, it'd be good for powder contour because it's smaller, it'll get in that cheek, you know, area really well. Or it'd be good for blush. I feel like if you're somebody who's more, you know, precise about where you put it, then I feel like that would be a good brush for you. All right, so going in with that brush and just blending that out. All right, now that that's all blended out, I do feel like it blended out very, very nicely. I don't know if I feel like the hairs are coming out of it. That's not the best sign, but a couple hairs here and there is not a problem. I can deal with that. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer, which I'm gonna use the same thing I always use, which is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles, and this is in the color Fair. And to blend this out, I'm just gonna use the JH08. It is very similar to the Morphe E8. You know, they're about the same size. This one seems to be a little tiny bit smaller, but again, that could just be because it's brand new and I've never used it before. All these brushes, I do have to say, are extremely, extremely soft, which is really nice. So I'm gonna go in and blend this out. Okay, now that that's all blended out, I am gonna go in with my RCMA powder. So with this, I'm gonna go in with her biggest brush, which this is like the only reason why I bought this entire master collection, was not just because I wanted some extras of some of the brushes I already had, or because I heard they are the best brushes, but I really wanted this brush specifically. I don't have anything even remotely close to a brush like this, so I'm really excited to try this. So I'm just gonna put powder all over my face. I definitely believe this is my favorite brush so far. So I am gonna go in a little bit more precise with that same brush that I used to blend in my concealer, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that powder on that brush and stamp it right under my eyes where I tend to crease. All right, now that my face is set with some powder, I'm gonna go in with some bronzer, and I am gonna use the NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Light. And for this, the JH02. It's kind of flat. I don't know if you can tell on camera. So I just thought this brush would be perfect for contouring with bronzer specifically, or just applying the bronzer, because it's skinny on one side. I feel like it's really gonna get in there really nicely. So let's see if I'm right. This brush is also amazing. I'm definitely very happy I got this one. Okay, so now we're gonna go into this brush, what she uses as her highlighter brush as well. It is basically the exact same brush, or was, as the Morphe 510 brush. This brush looked exactly like this brush when I got it in the mail. And after maybe 2 washes, this is what it looks like. Still does the job, but because it does fray so easy after washing it, I am not gonna use this today because I actually wanna keep this one as pristine as possible until I absolutely need it. To me, it's just not worth using it and having to wash it and then it turning out to be like this. It's too pretty, too perfect already, and it'll be nice when the time comes that I need to get rid of this one that I can come back to this and use it. So I'm not gonna use that today, although if you don't have a highlighting brush, I would definitely recommend using that one. I am gonna use a different highlighting brush today than that, what was it again? Than the M510. I'm actually gonna use the F03 brush from Sigma. So I'm gonna go in with my Becca highlighter in Opal. All right, so now that we've got that finished, we are gonna go in with some blush, and I'm gonna go in with the the JH04 brush. It's similar to just put it away. But it's similar to the Wet n Wild brush that I normally use for my blush. Today I am gonna use the Tarte, this is just a sample size. This is in the color Party. And it looks like this. It's a pretty rosy color. So this brush is really nice to apply blush because the size of it and the way it is tapered, it just kind of fits on the apples of your cheek perfectly. And I like to go up a little higher, about right here with my foundation or with my blush. I just feel like it gives you a little bit more of that sun-kissed look. Now that we got that done, we're gonna go ahead and go in and finish the eyes. Now, she does have a couple pencil brushes. They look like this. So they're very similar. The white one right here is a little bigger than this one. The one I'm gonna use is gonna be the smaller one. And this is the JH39. And I am gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I am going to use the shade right here. It reminds me so much of the MAC Nylon, and that's what I normally use. So I'm just gonna pop that right here on the inner corner. Okay, now with that other pencil brush, I am gonna use this to apply the color under my eyes. So I'm gonna go back into the Subculture palette, and I am going to first grab the first dark purple we use, so the All-Star color right here. And I'm going to apply that under my eyes. Now, as you can see, I'm not bringing this color all the way into the inner corner, just because with dark colors like this, it can really make you look more, it can make it look a little bit too smoky or too much like a raccoon eye, basically. So I'm just keeping this mostly on the outer edge. And just as you want to put most of the product on the outside right here, and then as the product starts to dissipate a little bit, you want to bring it in at that point. All right, and I did decide that I wanted a little bit more blown out, so I'm gonna go in with the JH40. It's just a small blending brush, should be really good for like a cut crease, but I'm gonna use it to kind of blow out my under eye a little bit more. And I'm just gonna go in with that same All-Star purple shade right here and place it down here. All right, now that we got that done, I am gonna actually apply a little bit of, I'm gonna go back in with that Roxy color right here, which is the super dark purple that ended up looking more black, and with a flat definer brush. So with the JH43, which is just a flat defining brush, looks like that. I'm gonna go into that, and I'm actually gonna apply it to my top, right above my top lashes, just to kind of give it like a little bit more dimension, and I don't feel like applying any liner today, so this will kind of act as that, and it defines that lash line a little bit more. All right, now that we have that done, the last thing I'm gonna do before I apply some lashes is I'm gonna go in with the JH42 brush. And that brush looks like this. My camera will focus, there we go. So it's a flat brush, and this brush I feel is gonna be perfect for highlighting my brow bone. All right, now that we are all done with the eyes, I am gonna apply a little bit of mascara. I'm using Worth the Hype by NYX. All right, now that that mascara is applied, I am gonna go ahead and apply some lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is the final look. It is like a darker look. I did off camera apply some Lily lashes in Allura, I think is what it's called. Same lashes I wore in my last video. And I did apply a lip. This is a lipstick from MAC. It is Evening Endeavors, I believe is what it's called. And it looks like this purpley color. Since the eyes are a little purple, I figured purple lip, what better time to wear this lipstick. I thought for this look it was perfect for it. Overall, my feelings on the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brushes, the Master Collection, it's a must-have. It absolutely, every single brush that I've used today was amazing. Definitely worked. It exceeded my expectations. They all worked amazing, just like everybody has reviewed them and said. And I definitely, I mean, it is very expensive to get the Master Collection, which is all of them. It does come with this really cute case that's hard, and it opens like this, and it's really good to have for when you're traveling. They're about $165 for all of these brushes. Now, like I said earlier in the video, they do sell each brush separately, and they also sell them in like groups. So you can get just the eye brushes if that's what you want, or just the face brushes if that's what you want. Or you get more brushes though when you get the Master Collection. You get a whole separate extra eyes and face brushes. Like I said, the main reason why I went for them were these two brushes right here, and I definitely am not disappointed. I am so glad that I ended up going with the entire Master Collection and getting them all. If you can get these ones separately, I highly recommend getting them. They are, I mean, they are so soft and they work so well. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, go down there and hit the subscribe button. I'd also recommend hitting that little bell symbol for notifications for when I post new videos. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye!